I eat, live, and breathe buyer's intent. But I think the most important thing when you're looking at prioritizing an account list or building an account list is seeing if that organization is even in the market for a tool like yours. So seeing if they're doing a higher amount of research than they typically do, which signals to intent tools or sales reps that they're in the market for something that looks maybe similar to what you would provide for them. There's a 99% chance that they're in a tool for a new market and you want to get in front of them before the competitors. So if you know they're in the market, I think that's, easy way to get in the door and a quick turnaround time for revenue. Your close time will drastically shrink if you're actually selling to people who are inside and around that buyer's intent. There's some truth to that, especially when it comes to like state local education. A lot of education comes around term time. A lot of people with the same URL .edu, whatever, pennstate.edu is doing a bunch of research because it's term time and they're in the ITSM school, for example. So there's some truth to that. There's some truth where companies are just doing some research. However, I'm going to debunk the myth of it's just when it comes down to account research. So seeing how long that signal is spiking. If it's more than 1 day, 2 days, absolutely go after it. On top of that, are they spiking in more than one topic? So not just, for example, endpoint management, but they're also spiking in configuration management, software updates, third-party updates. Are they spiking in multiple areas? And that's how you know how to prioritize an account. If you just see one spike for 1 day, like, maybe there's not really truth to that, but there's ways that you can kind of look into the account and look at the intent data and see the truth behind it. We have lots of different, there's 6sense, there's Zoom Info, there's streaming intent from Zoom Info, but it's the longevity and also the web hits. I feel like I should hit on that as well. When you're looking in 6sense and you see that their purchase account, typically they're on your website, you can see what page they were on, where they were located. So just you have to always, as a salesperson, you can't put your full faith in everything. You have to double check it and validate it. Just like you would a first meeting where you're qualifying the meeting before you want to qualify the account, before you're going into it. And that's kind of what that would look like. But just asking for a closed won deal at that point. I think that that's just super lucrative. We've had a lot of success. If you believe in your tool and you have a tool that works, and you follow, say, a champion that previously purchased your tool and they go to a new company, and your tool, I would say 9 out of 10 times they're like, heck yeah, I want to sign up with Limox again. They patched all my endpoints that are there, and you already have that internal champion. And typically you will see that intent data spiking when there is a change in leadership such as that, because one of the first things the leader does in the first 30, 60, 90 is reassess the tech stack and the efficiency of what they have in place at that time. So I think it's a perfect time. I think they go in tandem together. I think it's a really interesting time. You also have to keep in mind that every other salesperson on the planet that sells something that looks like yours is also doing the same thing. So you have to be able to stick out with some type of personalization or just getting straight to the facts of this is how I'm going to help you. And hey, I'm going to thank you for your time with, an Amazon gift card. But I know you're familiar with Automoms, I think it depends if they actually used your tool in the past or if they're just shifting and or again, there's intent data. You have more legs to stand on if they're familiar with your tool, but there's still some more room to sell to them if they haven't used your tool before with some personalization and getting in the door. We don't have anything, our sequencing process is not automated, and we don't necessarily, you can see within Zoom Info's, okay, so essentially we get emails that alert us hey, Zoom Info intent for the week is up. We get daily emails from 6sense where you can say this is a new hot account because they were on our website, this was the website that they were on. 6sense kind of gives you all of that data. And Zoom Info, if you're pulling from intent, you have to cross-reference. Just look at 6sense. Maybe they were on you can kind of see if they were on our website. You can track if they're on our website, other places. But the threshold that we go at is 100 signal score. So showing that they're in 100, that research is at, I don't know, the percentage or something. It's so much higher than it normally is. It's at 100. And that's what triggers, that's where we focus on with 6sense as well. It's called a purchase account. It's the most high value account, purchase or decision. And that's the trigger is we get that email and we're like, oh, they're in purchase, they're in decision, must signal they were on our website, look where they were on the website, and then go from there and prospect into usually Sales Navigator first, so you can see who's still at the company and make sure that you're getting the right people into a cadence and making sure that you're targeting the right persona. There's a lot of titles that are, the same, but actually different flavors at a lot of companies. They don't mean the same thing. So making sure you're targeting the right person, using the Zoom info extension to pull them out, and then entering them into a cadence that we have built out. We have high intent cadences, we have SLED cadences, we have lower intent cadences, and we have some email only. Specifically for those high intent orgs that don't have any good numbers, or your connect rate gets hurt if you're putting those high intent accounts in to high touch cadences and you're just sitting around not pulling numbers all day. So yes, we don't really expand on any of that.